Debate now is on Part 4, clauses 123 to 313. So the question is that Part 4 stand part.
Mr. Chairman.
Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and Part 4 of the bill relates to the enforcement, the agencies, the territorial local authorities and the other organisations that will be expected to and obliged to now, of course, to go out and ensure the systems that we're putting in place here will be met, so that mainly local consumers, I guess, and those people buying and selling food around the food markets, farmers markets and other places can deliver safe food to consumers. And we don't want to in any way belittle the importance of this, because there was much debate around the requirements for, as we said before, the relative risk relating to the provision of food and sale of it to people. And farmers' markets are a relatively new evolution in food sales, certainly far more significant now than they were when the bill or the Act was first, or the review was of the Act were first initiated. That's back in early 2000s under the Honourable Annette King. And so things like food markets were very low key. Now, thankfully, they are a far larger part of the whole food supply chain. And if we had our way here, they'd be far greater. And we would remove from progressive from the two big supermarket chains the absolute and total dominance that they have in the supply of food to Kiwis up and down this country. An interesting aside, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, I must say is that the study out of Otago University said that if people purchased their fruit and vegetables from farmers' markets, they would save $2,500 a year on average than buying it from the supermarket chains. That's something I'd like to crow from the rooftops, and I am today, to promote the farmers' markets, because it's about the only way that we keep the supermarkets honest. Mr. Speaker, excuse me, we're now dealing with Part 4 of the bill, and I'm just... I guess it goes again through a whole lot of technical requirements here. You know, the withdrawal of recognition, the ability of, as I say, territorial authorities to come in. At the moment, of course, they have pretty much sole charge for local food outlets in terms of restaurants, takeaway bars and all the rest of it. There are changing oversight requirements for them. But in the end, they'll still have to do a lot of the front-line work. But of course, it will be checking different requirements, and they're relating to food safety plans and to general, as I say, provisions laid out in the bill here. The cost recovery provisions were something that the committee did focus on, in spite of my comment earlier to the Minister that her focus might have been just on cost savings and that of the national government, which is kind of common. We were looking at, a balanced approach to costs that could be incurred on small businesses unnecessarily, and I think we have got that about right. I mean, we do go through in fine detail, of course, the penalties, the fees, the charges, all of those particular provisions here, and I just want to, I'm not going to go and quote because I think it would probably bore people to tears, but there's not too many things in here that we haven't thought of, keeping in mind that the cost of compliance is not over the top, the offences are clearly in keeping with the risk and the the threat to, I guess, to public health. But we could run right through things like, offences involving intentionally hindering or obstructing officials. There was, of course, the ability for people and officials to enter without warrants, which is a highly emotional provision in many pieces of legislation, because officials can get a bit overzealous, and if they have the ability to rush in and investigate and take food off the shelves and take it away without warrant, then that is a significant power that needs cautious oversight. I hope and I do believe that the committee's got it about right. We didn't spend too much time reviewing these particular provisions in the second round and the SOP that the Minister put up, but we believe that we've got it about right, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm pleased to make a contribution on